Scalp Trouble is a Warner Brothers cartoon from 1939, directed by Robert Clampett, written by Ernest Gee, with Mel Blanc voicing various characters, including Daffy Duck and Porky Pig. Okay, so I love Daffy Duck and Porky Pig. That's always really great. But unfortunately, this is definitely a very awkward cartoon. In fact, it's one of the worst in terms of the caricatures of Native American characters. They are referred to as Indians and Redskins at one point. Um, so the vocabulary, the terminology, not great. And in terms of the way they're animated, definitely quite awkward. And what I will say is I felt like there were a lot more Native Americans in this than usual when we get this kind of cartoon. I can't work out if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because on the one hand, representation, but on the other hand, it's very poor representation. So I don't know. Porky and Daffy were good in this one. In this one, this is where Daffy has to try and wake up Porky. I'm pretty sure there was a cartoon I watched recently that was the opposite, where Porky was the one having to wake up Daffy. So I kind of like the fact that it speaks to that other cartoon. Unfortunately, I can't remember which one that was. Feel free to let me know if you know. But aside from that, I mean, the pacing was good. I'm trying to clutch at straws and find some things that were good. Pacing was great. It was very quick. It got to the point immediately, and it does pack in a lot in a short space of time. Some bits were well animated. I mean, basically, it was well animated apart from certain characters. But, the backgrounds were decent. Porky and Daffy were, of course, well animated. The music was quite good at certain points. Yeah, I think that's about as positive as I can be about it, unfortunately. Um, there are some decent bits, but it's definitely it's a product of its time, and I think that is something that always needs to be remembered when watching it. I would recommend it for the right reasons, i.e., if you're a fan of Porky Pig or Daffy Duck, there might be some things in there that appeal to you, such as those characters, and there were some good bits of background animation and some other characters as well. Pacing was fine, music was fine. Other than that, not the best. Scalp Trouble is probably one I wouldn't watch again. Although, having said that, I'm kind of keen to go back and watch that other one that I'm talking about that I can't remember the name of, where it's Porky waking Daffy up. I'm sure I'm not misremembering that. I'd be quite keen to watch them both again to compare them and see if there are any similarities or differences. But aside from that, I really don't think that Scalp Trouble is one that I'll ever watch again.